This is something that I may have talked about before, but Spirit is really putting it on my heart to talk about it again, especially in terms of things that could help you along the way. And I mean that in terms of trusting the direction that your life is taking, or as some people like to call it, your life purpose, your life path. My name is Jessica Cisco, and I am a medium and spiritual coach. If you have trouble sometimes discerning between the voice of your intuition and the loud mental chatter, then I have something that might help you. My spiritual connection package is designed to help you to recognize, first of all, when your intuition is speaking to you, and secondly, to really start to trust that inner voice. So if this is something that interests you, the link to that will be in my description. So I started out in social work. I wanted to help people. I wasn't sure how. And I knew there were a lot of different ways to do that, and I figured that social work would be a good place to start. And then in the middle of that process, my spiritual abilities began to awaken, and the desire to do something more also awakened. And I started out on this spiritual journey. I ended up starting out doing evidential mediumship and started bringing in spiritual guidance, started to bring in healing work, and I got into this frantic place at one point. How am I going to bring it all together? I need to know the answer right now. I need to know how it's all going to come together. And I need to know so I can take some kind of action to bring it all together. And I had to learn to slow down and say, okay, wait a minute. Do I need to have control? Do I need to know how everything is going to unfold? Do I need to know how everything is going to turn out right now? And of course, the answer to that is no. I know that now, but in my mind, I didn't like the uncertainty. I felt really uncomfortable with that because I was so used to relying on my logic, on my intellect to give me the next step, to tell me how things were going to come together. But that's not how it happens. I had to learn to be uncomfortable with uncertainty and to be okay with not having that control, because I don't. It's God, it's Spirit who has that kind of, I don't want to say control, but yeah, they kind of do. And they know how things are going to unfold. They have an idea of that. And yes, I definitely have a say in that. But I'm not the one in control of how everything's going to work out. I can only control the factors that I have control of, if that makes sense. And the other thing I had to learn was timing. There is no rush to figure it all out. There is no need to figure it out all right now, because I do have the time. And there's nothing saying that if you don't figure out all of the pieces that are laid out in front of you in a certain amount of time, then something bad will happen. And no, that's not the case. That's just the frantic part of the mind that wants everything orderly, that wants everything done in a certain time, in a certain way. And that might be fine for certain things, but for things that are related to your spiritual journey, to actually know the frantic part of the mind isn't helpful when doing most things in your life, unless there's some kind of serious emergency where you have to go into that place. Then that part of the mind is not going to help you. What's going to help you is trusting your own intuition, trusting yourself, trusting spirit, and just knowing that everything is somehow going to work out, even when it doesn't feel like it, and even when external circumstances around you don't feel like they're lining up to make things work in your favor. If you are really interested in learning to trust your own intuition and figure out what it's been trying to tell you, so that you can find peace and trust your own direction in life, then my spiritual connection package could be right for you. Check it out in the link in my description. And I'm sending you all so much love and many blessings.